Hi everybody, good afternoon. My name is Kiran. I'm from a company called ESRI. So before we move, actually I would like to know how many of you know about ESRI? Does here anybody knows about ESRI? Okay. So people who are using maps and GIS, they would definitely probably know about ESRI. Maybe some of you may just start trying to use GIS into your platform or product that you're trying to build, probably you're not aware of. So before, I think this workshop is all about ESRI has a startup program primarily for startups. So it's a free program. I'll take you through the startup program. So we just thought why it is required is you should know about our startup program. Then you should know about our platform, right? Why you want to go with this, right? And you should know also what what we offer for the developers. And there are few industry cases that we just wanted to showcase so that you get a feel of how the solution would look like. Okay, this is what we are going to do that. Before I start, actually, I'll just run through a couple of videos because some of you really don't know. So, thought just give you an overview. So, I'll just start with this video.
On their phones, tablets, and devices like never before. Online maps are one of the ways people are experiencing GIS and they don't even know. These GIS maps provide a window to a world of rich information, all in one map. GIS maps can also tell all kinds of stories. Stories to communicate a point of view, to narrate a historical event, or tour a new destination. Track and manage the status of your operations and activities with GIS maps, such as sales results by region or understanding the spread of disease. GIS maps are used to collect data, to create a constant flow of new features and record events and facts. One of the most remarkable aspects of GIS is its analytical capabilities. You can derive new information layers and discover hotspots of crime, identify the nearest fire station to a school, or find the best areas to set aside for conservation. This is why so many people are excited about GIS. Dynamic maps can display changes and events through time. You can track environmental changes while others can monitor population trends and demographic changes in a city. And there's no better way than viewing the landscape, cityscape, or any environment in 3D. All these maps bring GIS to life for everyone. They bring understanding and greater insight to help people manage operations, make better decisions, and communicate more effectively. Learn how to bring GIS maps to your organizations and communities. Start now.
One more.
Our core purpose is to keep the pulse of the planet, take the measurements, collect the data that characterize this Earth we live on.
Maps and GIS are getting better. They're becoming richer and smarter and more powerful.
We collected years of data that we poured our heart and soul into, and now for the first time made it available in one seamless system.
What's amazing about the GIS platform is not just all the data that it can aggregate, but its ability to display that.
The people on the ground, they need the tools so that problems can be solved.
You're looking at what's happening now, not what happened 12 hours ago.
And this is the new way of governing. Not about excuses, not about moving left or moving right. It's about moving forward. It's about getting things done.
Within seconds, within minutes, we can have consensus on what it takes to control and finish this disease. That shows the power of GIS.
We can still save the biodiversity. We can still help the local people to keep their culture, keep their distance, and we can still make this place a better world.
We're going to have to make some really tough decisions on this planet. And it would be so much better if those decisions could be based on scientific knowledge.
Every action we do has an impact on the world around us, and we have a choice as to what sort of impact we want to make.
The concept of GIS brings us closer to an age in which it is possible to adjust our philosophies and our lives to existence on this planet as it really is. First, we must get on with the mapping of the world.
So before we start, let us have a quick introduction because we are very few. So start from here.
Yeah, we are a startup concentrating in survey automation.
Okay.
So we are trying to showcase different assets on map.
Okay. Your good name?
My name is Vince.
Okay. What's your startup name?
Science for Vectors.
Okay, 1074.
Basically, nowadays it's basically for platform for creating mock-up tests.
Okay.
Myself Sandeep. I am part of the company named RailFX. I am providing virtual tryout for e-commerce sites.
Okay.
I'm Sriran from Start Mission. I like GIS and plan to study GIS.
Myself, I work with startups.
You work for?
Work with startups.
Startup Mission, okay.
Myself, Pankaj, working in abuse technology. We have a platform for advocates and we provide services.
Okay.
Okay.
Another from Logiros. Basically, we push market bottom.
Okay.
My name is Puneet. I'm a fellow at KFU.
Okay, as I said, my name is Meka Kiran. I'm a program manager in ESRI India. So I lead the startup program for ESRI in India.
You are based out of?
I'm based out of Bangalore. And do let me know if you don't understand anything. Okay, try. If you feel somewhere you are not understanding something, you can pose question. Okay, and we can. I mean, we want this session to be more interactive rather than I just speak. You can just throw your view, no issue. Okay, so before we enter into the our startup program, I will just give you a brief about what we are actually. So, as I said, ESRI is a global company. It started 40 years back in Redlands, California. So, it has presence across 135 countries and around 3.5 lakhs customers worldwide. And we have our head office in Noida, ESRI India, and we have regional offices across India. Like Bangalore is one of the regional offices from where I am based out of Bangalore actually. And we have around 2,000 partners. We work closely with partners. Like partners could be bigger system integrators. I mean like Infosys, Cisco, Citrix. So these are our system integrators, and we also work with mid-level service providers, and we also work with startups, right? So like we provide technology to startups. So as a partner, we promote them. So that's how we work with partners. We have a strong partner community, and primarily we are, as I said in the beginning, I mean, we are a pioneer and leader in GIS. So worldwide, I think we had 70% of GIS market is captured by ESRI. So we have very strong presence, and we have our flagship product called ArcGIS, which is a complete location-based platform. If somebody wants to bring in location into their product, so I mean, we have everything available, ready available for that kind of platform. If somebody is trying to build, it's a complete location platform. As I said, our India itself, we have around 5,000 plus customers, and in India we are present from more than 2 decades. Like we are here from last 20 years, and we work. It's not that we work with one industry. We work with every industry, because every industry nowadays, we know in our day-to-day life itself we use location like anything. So imagine so many enterprises using GIS to take a lot of do a lot of analysis, do visualization, they do all this work to take certain decisions. So we are into defense, we are into like recently we have heard, right, the surgical strikes that India has done in Pak. So it's based on the satellite image and taking that. I mean, so it's all GIS that helps them to do all these things. So we are present across transportation, utilities, like there are several electrical utilities which are running on our product. So we are present across every industry. So you might be thinking, then why startup? Yeah, so I'll come. So we have a program that is called ESRI'S startup program. Like we have different programs for our partners. So for startups, we launched this startup program, which is so we actually started this in 2012, primarily in US for the Silicon Valley startups. We all know that US is #1 in startups, like they have 47,000 startups. So we started there, and now this year we just launched in India. Just in April we launched in India. So it's a three-year program that we are offering to startups. Like within these 3 years, we are giving all the tools that are required for startups to build their platform primarily on the location. So we are offering all that. Currently we have around more than 300 startups which are already worldwide enrolled, and India itself we have around 20 startups who are working on our platform. Like and for any startup that would want to be part of our startup program, these are the qualification criteria that the startup should be less than 3 years ago, and it should be, I mean, the revenue should be less than $1 million per annum, and primarily it should be a technology product which is building either a platform as a service or a software as a service. So one of them, and so you should be committed to use our base maps on, I mean, you can use our base maps as your background maps, so you should be committed to use that. So you might be thinking, what could be the benefit? I mean, what is the value that you get? So we, as I said, it's a absolutely free program where you get access to all our software. I mean, we have on-premise, cloud, both are available. So you get access, like for on-premise, you get three sets of our entire product stack. So I mean, the entire platform contains at least 10 to 12 products, which all comes part of platform, so which can be leveraged, which comes for free. And you also get access to our cloud platform, which is called ArcGIS Online. So where you get a 10,000 credit, you get 10,000 credits, which you can use down the line for 3 years to build your product. And probably if your product is ready within 2,000, 2,500 credits, then you can use the rest for your commercial purpose, right? So you don't have to pay anything to ESRI. So you get money for that. So these are some of the products that you get part of that. So City Engine, which is primarily for building the 3D models. Then you have the Geo-Event Processor, which is primarily to get you the real-time feeds from the field. Actually, it could be, I mean, it supports very huge sets of data sets. I mean, it could be the records could be thousands, lakhs, and millions. It supports all that. And apart from, it's not that we only provide the software, free software, but we also provide training, mentoring and support in building the product as well. Like you get access to our partner portal. Once you are enrolled, you get access to our partner portal, you get access to all our 2000 partners, and you get a specific access to our training portal where you get, that's normally a paid training portal, you get $1,500 training free, which you can actually, there would be live trainings going on, there would be recorded trainings which you can actually require. So somebody wants JavaScript training, somebody wants maybe it's a runtime training, so you can get all of that which is available, so you can make use of all that. And apart from that, we actually for India startup, we are actually providing them the additional support by, probably in case if they are, if you are stuck somewhere within your product development, somewhere you are not able to integrate that with some other product, so we are there, we will be supporting you. Yeah, we also have a strong technical support team wherein we work from Monday to Friday. You can drop in a call or you can drop in a mail. So if there is any technical issue, our technical team will resolve that. So our training, I already covered that. And it's not about only to training, but we also do give a community and co-marketing opportunities. As I said, we have a strong partner presence as well as we have our direct customers. So once the product is ready, so we do a go-to-market strategy for you. So since you get to use our logo, probably you people are startups, you look for funding, right? Funding or somebody to invest in your company. So you can use ESRI'S name, saying that ESRI is your partner, technology partner. So which gives additional mileage for you in front of the investors. So you can, you can get mileage out of it. Apart from that, we do a lot of events. That we do user conferences, we do summits where you get free access to that. Normally it's paid access, but you get a free access. And we also put up startup zone for our startups where we will be giving you all the booths and all where you can showcase your solution to the customers will be coming. So we do every year we do a user conference in Delhi, which 2000 delegates attend. So that's we do it in December, January. So you get to showcase in front of all that audience so that you get your own customers. So this is how we are going to go to college. This is how the engagement plan will be like what you do is you have to drop in your application, we review your application, then once we find your application relevant and we approve your application, you get onboarded and you are part of this program. Then what we do is we provide you the support required to do the integration and all, and after that we do the PR support and marketing and we do a co-selling as well, because we have our, it's not in India, but it can be taken up to the multinational level as well, because we have our Salesforce team across world. So we pitch in your solution wherever there is a need for our customers. So after the graduation, you might be thinking, what do I do? Probably after 3 years, what is the path? Like you will become our you will become our ESRI partner, part of our ESRI partner network, or you become a customer to ESRI, saying that when your product is ready after 3 years, you're trying to sell your product to some customer, so you become customer to ESRI. You along with ESRI can sell that particular thing to the end customer. Or in case if it's really a revolutionary product, ESRI might acquire your product as well, right? So ESRI keeps acquiring some products as well. So how do you engage? We are very active on Twitter as well as we are very active on Twitter, and we have a strong developer community. You go to our developers.rgs.com where you will see there is a lot of forums, blogs, a lot of discussions keeps going on. So we are very active in all those things. You can always engage with us once you're, post your queries or you can put your blogs. So this is my contact. Like in case if you feel, if you have any query or if you want to be part of our program, so that's the website esri.com/startups. You need to fill in the application there, and if you want to, if you have any queries, you can directly call in and get those answered. Okay, so this is about our startup program. Okay, so now I just move on to our platform, what our platform is, so which will give you an idea of where you will fit actually. So this mapping is transforming, right? So nowadays we use maps like anything. I mean, it's not that we use it only for routing. We use for searching an address. So everywhere we are using maps. So even you can see in this picture somebody is trying to pull some wire, right? So how do you get how we can go to that? See, they are saying they are mapping their assets and all. So how do you actually locate them? So on field. So it is through GIS. So it is through geographical information system where you actually map the entire probably it could be asset, it could be a building, or it could be a plot, everything. So which is part of the map actually. So GIS is a system of record, like it's not different from how IT is. It's more or less similar to IT. You also have similar kind of records in GIS. So where you have additionally, it's not that the only information, but you also have additionally the latitude and longitude, that is a position of a particular maybe whatever could be that particular. It could be an asset or it could be a vehicle. So everything. So GIS is associated additionally from the information that is there. You additionally have the location information. So nowadays we see a lot of people use maps at work, right? So you can see these utility companies, everybody is using maps at work. Like if you want to say you give a call to the customer care. So probably there's a power outage. So how do they do that? So they do it through an app, right? And, I mean they have a map. So they locate that particular call, from where it is coming, and they could locate that location. Where is that location? And that's how they actually divert the call. So they do GIS in everyday business operations. Like every day they work with these maps actually. It is increasing, right? It is increasing. We started with, if you see our traditional way was, you have some paper maps, right? Where you used to see the paper map, put it on a table and try to identify. From there we transformed into using a desktop GIS where we used to map all those things. After that, now we have passed that. Then we moved on to web, right? We did on everything on web. Now we are slowly transforming into mobile as well. So you can see now we have 220 million internet users in India, right? So it's transforming. So you have to actually increasing not only only the IT, but also your maps, your GIS, everything is increasing and everything is getting together. Everything is at work. It's not that why you need that. You need that because you want to be sure, right? You want to be sure. You cannot simply, if somebody gives an address, say if you locate that, then you are sure that it is located, right? If you don't locate that, you are not sure about that. That's why so it's not that now we are not looking at why GIS is part of everything. Integrated system is so our customers are like that. So they don't want to have a CRM system separately, they don't want to have a ERP system separately, and they don't want to have a GIS system separately. Everything should be in one stop, right? So that is where actually our platform comes into picture, which can integrate with any because it's built on open platform, so it can integrate with any third party one. So it is also, it's also consumerization of IT, right? It has started, primarily it was only people who were sitting in the office, they were using. Now it has slowly transformed into even when we are at home, when we are on road, we are trying to use GIS, right? So work used to be placed, earlier we used to come to office and work, now you can work from anywhere, right, because of the mobile devices and all. So now everywhere we can work actually. So our key principle is to be agile. Okay, so we don't want, that's why we are promoting our platform. So we don't want people to spend time for building a platform. So there is a platform which is ready, available. You just configure first. Okay, so you configure which is ready, available, and if it does not meet your requirement, then you customize. Because now customers doesn't have patience like earlier. If you see, I mean, if somebody has done some project, projects with government or non-government or the European or international clients, you will see earlier there is a project duration could be around 12 months, 18 months or 24 months. Now you don't see that. Now people will come with 1 month, 3 months, 6 months. 6 months is the maximum that we give. So it's not that you start from scratch. So you configure, like that's where our platform will come. You can just configure and there is an application ready. And probably if that doesn't meet your requirement, then customize that. That's our principle actually. So where to start actually? So it's, this is not only for the GIS professionals, but it can, it is for the executives within an organization. Like if somebody, maybe Dr. Jayashankar wants to do something, he can do it from his, he has the access, so he can visualize it. Apart from that, people who are on the field, they can also utilize GIS and do the day-to-day operations. And the GIS professionals who would map, who would do all sorts of GIS operations, they can be part of that platform. So the platform is open to everybody. So this is our architecture, our platform architecture. Like there are different apps that sits on top of our platform. There is a desktop GIS which is called ArcGIS, which is a desktop, and you can also, and there is a web which is called as server. So ArcGIS for server, which you can build your own web applications, and they are mobile devices. We have our own runtime SDKs. Probably if you are looking at native apps, we have SDKs for that, or if you are looking at cross-platform, we have APIs for that. Then we also have, this is on-premise, and there is also we have a cloud which is called AGOL, called ArcGIS Online. So it's a cloud-based platform from our side, where you will get where you will have your map, where you will have maps, and you will also have different applications which you can configure and start using it. And there is also a portal which is called Portal for ArcGIS, which is an on-premise cloud again. So whatever you have on your cloud, you again can bring it onto your premise. That is called Portal for ArcGIS. And online content and services which are available, like we already have some base maps. Okay, we have our OpenStreet map, we have our satellite imagery, we have our topographic maps, so which is available worldwide. So we have our partners who have provided that content, so that content will already be available. Okay. So there are different apps also available within our GIS. So if you are looking at field, we have Survey 123, which is again a collector, form-based collector, where you can do your own surveys and publish it to the server. Then there is a collector for ArcGIS, which is primarily for doing your taking your maps to the field and verifying, or you can do an offline map editing as well. And there is a navigator for your navigation purpose, and there is a workforce also. And apart from that, we also have some a dashboard. There is an operations dashboard which works. You would have seen in the videos, right? There is a dashboard coming up, and there is some interactive both dashboard, and that is what our operations dashboard is part of our platform. And there is one new insights has come up for the big data, and also where you have millions of records and probably use insights to gain more insights on that data. Actually, it's not that it's only about getting the reports in a tabular format, but having it in a map as well as in a dashboard, both are interactive. It gives more insights to the customers, right? It gives a better reporting format to the customers. So apart from that, we have also have we are on GitHub, where we put up our own entire source code, and there are a lot of templates available which can be downloaded and used. And story maps. Okay, I'll show you a story map as well. So story maps also are there. You can create a story map like how we create a presentation. You can actually tell a story in a map. I mean, in a map way. I mean, this is all available for the public as well. So GIS is evolving, right? So it's not, I mean, it's not only traditional maps, but there is a lot of data coming in with these sensors and all, this IoT and all. So there are a lot of, I mean, there are a few startups which are working on an IoT companies where they have their tracking devices. They are OEMs for that. So they track it and get the data. I mean, they see it real time on map. So there is a lot of sensor data coming in. There is big data coming in. So there are a lot of sources that are coming in. When you combine all that and visualize on a map, it really gives you a different dimension. So that way it is evolving. The GIS is evolving, and it is really giving a new pattern, right? And you can actually, with the new apps that are coming up, so with the technology and all, it's really evolving. And this is our transformational architecture actually. So we started with, I mean, it started with RGS, it started with the desktop, then we moved on to the server. Like as I said, it was only a desktop where you used to sit and work. Then we moved on to our web, that is called our server. Then we are now moving on to the apps, right? It's completely all apps with everything coming together. You have desktop, you have server, you have apps, you've seen our new architecture. So it has entirely transformed. So it's not that only it works standalone, but it integrates with different mission critical systems as well. Like your CRM system, like asset management, right? So how do you better monitor your assets? Like you can sit in the office, track all your assets. By sitting in the office, just viewing on a map, you can track your assets. So it can actually integrate with all that kind of ERP systems. It could be SAP or Oracle asset management system. So we have also done integrations with that, and okay, there are some ready to use apps as well, like a few like I said. Survey 1, 2, 3, Collector, they are all ready to use maps. Navigator, Workforce, all those are ready to use apps. You can just download it onto your device, just start using them. So you just need the RJ's online account, so you will have to enter that and you can start using that. So there are a lot of ready to use apps which are there. So it's not, this WebGIS what we are talking, it's not restricted to one, but it is being used across, not only between I mean, currently government is the major player, but it has been now moved on to the private sector as well. Utilities, citizens are using, so there are a lot of NGOs using, and now probably the startups started using that. So you can now, through our platform, you can now take the advantage of the free templates, like I was telling you, right? There is some, we have put up all industry-wise, like for utility there are templates, for local government there are templates, for transportation there are templates. All these ready-to-use templates are available on GitHub. You just need to download them and start using them. Okay, you can actually custom, I mean the entire source code you can download and you can customize.
Could you give more light on that? What kind of templates?
I'll tell you, I mean, one more presentation is there. So there are also, like I said, when we are talking about the configuration, right? So there are also app builders, with which you need not do any customization. You need not customize anything. They are ready, available, configurable apps which are available. So you put your data, configure that, and start using it. Well, I mean, if anybody would have heard about it, we have web app templates, which is called web app builder. Through that, you can actually just configure your application. You need not code anything. You don't have to code. In case if you want, there is a developer edition available. You can download and use it actually. So that's web app builder. And we have also App Studio, which is primarily for the mobile apps. This is also this is also you can configure your mobile apps. You don't need to code, but if you want to customize that, then you can download that and do that. So there is a ready available App Studio for ArcGIS as well. You can build all native apps in that. So there is also City Engine, which is our 3D product, which is also available, which also comes part of our startup program. So you can actually create your probably if you want to create a city, you can create a city. You want to create your technopark, you can create your technopark. So you can create the 3D models using that actually. And there is a real time. So how do you get the real time? So there is a lot of buzz, right? People will ask, a lot of customers ask, I want real time, I want real time. So we also have the geo event processor, which gives the real time feeds, which gives the real time feeds. It could be Twitter feed or it could be GRSS feed. So it gives you, I mean, it can transfer 3,000 to 5,000 feeds every second. So you get a real time data. Okay, so this geo event sits on top of our ArcGIS server. So that's about our platform story. Like just covered you with an overview, like what is our offerings in terms of platform. So any questions so far?
What is the name of that web? ArcGIS is desktop, right? Right. What is the name of the web book?
Web is ArcGIS for server. ArcGIS for server is called. Now we are going to actually, I mean, in December we are renaming it as ArcGIS Enterprise. So probably web is primarily for the enterprise, right? So ArcGIS for enterprise. We are going to rename it as ArcGIS for enterprise. So I'm just going to show you a couple of, I'll just in this chair. I'm going to show you some demos. Okay, let's see some demos, I think. This is our cloud ArcGIS platform. Okay. Okay, so this is a small sample of how GIS application would look like actually. So you can see there is a dashboard.
Are you showing anything?
Hmm?
Are you showing anything?
Oh, is it? Okay, I think, yeah, I'm trying, I'm showing something. Oh, you're not getting that ArcGIS online and all?
No.
Oh. Okay. Can you see now? Yeah, I'm able to, right? Okay. So this I opened, this is our cloud platform. So I just opened one sample application. So this is for one of the, probably a health application, like how where and how the diseases are, how they are spreading, how the hospitals are, which hospitals have ambulances and which do not have. So how many hospitals? So this is about inpatient treatment capacity, how many they can. So range 2 to 8 are these many, actually 3 are there. Okay, so you can see both are interactive, right? Dashboard and all. So you can, this is all is configured actually, nothing is coded anything. So this dashboard comes part of our platform, and how many hospitals have ambulances, right? So you can actually see all of them. So, and actually, yeah, here is the diseases actually. So you can, so say if I want to know, like you can see here. Select this, I get the. Okay. So these are the diseases, right? So dengue is 40%, and your this some goiter, malaria. Okay. So you can actually if you have that kind of particular the data that you have, like which are all the, like we are seeing right nowadays, the dengue cases, swine flu cases, how do you sort them out? Like how do you stop them from spreading, right? It can be done only through GIS. It cannot be done without, there is no mean, because you will know the geography up to where the disease has spread. So you can actually give precautionary measures to government, and you can give precautionary these things. You can alert the hospitals as well. Okay, so apart from that, so you can also like how do you know which hospital is nearer and all. So what I'll do is I'll just show you one case. You can see here. So how much area, like if there is an ambulance or something. So you can see here is my hospital, right? Here is the ambulance location. So within half an hour, how much distance he can cover. So I can do that analysis, right? This yellow one which you're seeing is the one which is half an hour. Okay. So this is half an hour, and this is 60 minutes, the blue one. Okay, so from this hospital I can only cover this much, and from within half an hour you can cover this much. So this geography, this kind of geographical analysis can only be done through GIS. Nothing else can be. And you can also do a hotspot sort of analysis. Maps. Okay. So you can see this is the heat map. Like you find the most densest area. I mean, so through visualization you can know which is the most affected area and all. So all these sort of analysis can only be done through GIS, and to do all these analysis, our GIS has everything readily out of the box, which you can use, and you can do all these analysis.
Where do you get this data from?
So this has to be given by either from the government or your customer, so whoever has that particular data, right? Or you do your own survey. So that is the only way you can get all this data.
So the visualization node
yes, visualization, all this. I mean, you can do the symbology, you can create all these kind of heat maps and all. It's part of our platform actually. You can do all that. But the only thing is you should get that particular data that is required for that to do that. Probably in this case the hospital side the diseases data. Hospitals can be data is being given by the hospital, and diseases also they will have. So probably that's how you get the data and do all this analysis and create an application out of it. So this really makes some sense to the hospitals, right, to understand how it is. And I'll also show you the next case, which is a story map actually. So how do you actually say now we see that banking, right? How do they actually look identify which would be the most effective area to put a new ATM, right? So how do they do that? They do it. I mean, they can only do it with geography. They cannot do it with anything else. I mean, they can put, but the most accurate way is through geography, right? So through GIS. So I'll show you that case also now. So how it is being placed. So show you one. So this is how actually. So like hospitals have their own ATM. Banks have their own ATM locations, right? They also, I mean, nowadays we also see that even your competitor banks also have their own ATM locations published on their website. Everybody publishes on their website that we have location here, everybody has the pinpoint platform. So what banks does is, I mean, what our platform can do is. So you can see here, so these are not ATMs, these are the customers. Like bank also has the customers, right? So based on the addresses, right, these customers are plotted. You can actually use the address as a geocode, so everything will be plotted. So these are, I mean, these are again categorized into medium, high and low. Okay, so medium is the customers who spend medium amount of money, and high is the customers who spend more amount of money, and low is, I mean, the most economical customers. So what we do is based on these, because you need to put a ATM where there is a high amounts are being spent, right? So you need more transactions. So you need to find. So what we will do first is, so we will identify that. We will do a profiling for the high concentration. You can see here. So we have done that high concentration. So you can see, so these are the high concentration areas, right? So these colors, right? So high concentration areas, and these are medium, and these are very low or very low actually. Okay, so we have done that, right? So for the mobile, as I said, for the native apps, we have our own runtimes called RGS for runtime for Android, runtime for iOS, runtime for Qt as well. And runtime itself has its own library. So to play with all the maps and layers, so you have a runtime library like if you want to use a tiled map service or a dynamic, or you want to play with layers. So all this comes part of our runtime if you are trying to build. And there is already App Studio, which I told you, which is already available. If you want to just configure, use that and configure. Or if you want to customize extensively, then go for the runtime. Okay. So you can do all this. All these libraries already available. for querying, for identifying, whatever we do on the web or desktop, you can do the same in mobile as well with runtime APIs. So you can do the feature editing as well. Like if you want to edit something, you can do the feature editing, and runtime you can actually create an offline application as well. Okay, so this is offline use, right? So you can actually create an offline application as well. So you just download the map onto your device, go offline, do all edits, like you are trying to build some automation. So you just do offline, and offline it works offline as well. You have to select your area, download that map onto your device. Go, I mean, you can do all editing, and once you are into the connected mode, it get the data gets synced. Okay, so all your updates come to the server.
So in that, just a clarification, in that case actually in an environment situation like 100 people are working, some kind of team is working, and one machine may be connected to internet. So it's like for the case of your geography example, Singapore, everybody is working in Singapore, for example.
Right.
They are mapping some information, right, for adding layer. So all are not supposed to be connected to internet. Okay. That is the plan. So will it be possible?
See, yes, it is very much possible. Like in your case, what you have to do is, first you have to identify which area you are, I mean, people who do not want to be out of, so you should have that on your device, right? You should have that on your computer, right? So you download that to your data, okay, on your device, then disconnect, okay? Say there are 100 people, okay? So you have to, at least once these 100 people have to get connected to the server, get your download, whatever required, because 100 need not be connected concurrently. 10 at a time, connect, whatever for that particular day you download, go offline. So the same way everybody can go offline, do all your work, and then come back, just connect it. So you get, your data gets synced. So that's how you can do it. So it's completely built on the service-oriented architecture. So you can create your own custom web services as well to integrate this with the other applications. In case if there are no connectors available with us, you can create your own web services, or you can create your own WCF services. Now most prominent is WCF service, right? So people are using WCF itself. So you can use all those services to integrate these applications with other third-party applications. So to summarize, actually, so for developers there is enough resource available on our website as well. So there is a lot of documentation available, and there are a lot of out-of-the-box tools that are, the web app builder, the app studio, these all are out of the box. Those are available, and there is a lot. You can just jumpstart, and there is also sample code for. If you are trying to use ArcGIS JavaScript for API, you will find sample code for every object. You will find a sample code, like how you can bring in a map into your application, and what should be the syntax. Everything is already available. So all that stuff is already available, and as I said, there is a strong GeoNet forum is also there, where anybody can post a question. You get, it get answered to our technical experts. So may not be in case if it's not technical experts, but everybody connected, right, worldwide. Somebody will answer definitely. So that way we are very, very strong. So these are the resources, like where all the samples. So like developers.arcgis.com is our primary resource portal, and you get training. ESRI.github.io was where you will find all that GitHub templates you can download, and GeoNet is our group where you can post all your blogs, questions, queries, everything. And partner portal, once if you are into our startup program, you get access to that. So in case if you need anything, you just go to developers.arcgis.com. That's it. So you will get answered. And I'll just take another 5-10 minutes, quickly show you how an application can be configured and published. Okay, so that you will know exactly how it can be done. So let me just open up. Okay, now you can see my screen, right? So this is our cloud listing. I think you guys are familiar. This is my landing page. So what I do is I go to my content where all my whatever I do my work is saved on that blog. So I go to my content. I'll have some apps. Okay. So what I have is I have a map actually. What I'll do is okay. So here you can see I have a feature layer, right? So there is some data that has come, I have a layer. So what I'll do is I'll use that layer, okay, to create a new map. Say I need a web map to create my application, right? So I'll create a map. So I just selected that. So I created one map. So what I'll do is I'll save it. Okay. I'll save it as some sample. So I just created one map. Okay, so I'll just go to my content again and see whether that map is created or not. Okay, so here you can see there is a sample map, web map created, right? You can see just now I created this. Now what I'll do is I'll create, okay. Create an app for that. Okay, so you can see here there is one simple this thing. So we will create the app builder, right? Web app builder. I'll use a web app builder. Okay, so I'll just give you the title of my sample. Okay. You can see my map. So my app is getting created now. So you can see here, I mean, there are different themes, right? This is the web app builder actually. I just try to create one application. So you can see all these themes. So you can select the theme that is required. So they are ready available themes. So you just select that and I mean you get the answer. So UI actually is very easy to choose for you. It's very slow actually. The internet is quite slow. Based on the selection, this gets changed, right? So you can see the theme has changed. So like this, there are themes that you can select. So once you, so I'll do one thing. I'll just take this foldable theme only. Okay. So it's foldable theme. Okay. So foldable theme, and you can also change the colors and well. So then go to math. Okay. So I'll say use current view. Okay. Then I'll save it. And I will also select the widgets that are required, right? There are placeholders, so I can place my widget actually. So whichever required, I can just select that widget. So you can see a bookmark has come. So I'll also select one incident mapping, right? So I'll select that. Right. So here is the most interesting part is like I have selected, right? I am creating a tool, right, on the application. So what I'll do is I can actually add I can add my conditions. So I'll say my maybe incident mapping is I want to have the closest hospital, right? Closest. I can add my nearest police station, right? Proximity. Okay, so nearest. So I can define my buffer distance and all here. So I'll just put it in kilometers. Okay. So my incident mapping is also done, and I can go back and see the previews as well. Okay. So you can see the previews, right? Whichever is your device, you can actually see because it's all in HTML5. So you can see your previews. Okay. Phone 6s. So all this you can just and then say configure, and I will just launch my application. Okay, I just launched my application. So this is the URL of my application, which is already launched now. So you just punch in that URL, you will see the application. So this way there are some readily available, like there are some around 70-75 widgets which are available, which can be configured, and templates are there which can be used to build applications. So it's pretty simple to use. And if you want to customize further, you can still go ahead first customize further, and so you can see it's getting launched.
regarding the base map. How many there is now we are just using Google Map for showing our data. So it has got some kind of limit for using it. Like that, is there any limit for using the base map?
In the sense, I did not get what you are trying to say. You are using Google Map, right?
Not Google. Basically, we are just showing some data there.
Right.
So while reading the details, they told that 10,000 or some kind of numbers in one day we can access with the API code.
So that will be free for use.
See, our base maps are free. Nothing is charged for our base maps. So Google, I know, we know that Google charges for that. Our base maps comes part of our platform actually. So you cannot get our base maps outside our platform. Okay, it comes part of our platform. As such, we don't have any restriction or anything that we charge for using the base maps. Base maps are absolutely free. So that's how actually we can launch the application and start using it. And okay, if you have any questions, you can shoot me. I think that's it from my side.
So if we are getting into that starter program,
okay.
So will we be tied with ArcGIS with ESRI maps, or can we club other maps as well with our application?
See, I mean, you can use other maps as well. You cannot use only ESRI maps, right? You also need other data that you will be using. But in the backdrop, you will have to use our ESRI maps. As a backdrop, base map you can use, but the operational data that you are going to use, you could bring some survey data, you could bring that, you could use it. Only the base map that you are trying to use in the backdrop. And even if you have your own base map, also you overlay on that on top of it.
Okay, that's possible.
Okay, yeah, that's very much possible.
So, one of our customers or kind of potential users told that they will be using shapefiles. That is ESRI.
Correct. That's
ESRI. Through that we came to know about ESRI. Okay, so the shapefile is like a route map or city map.
So it can be anything. It can be a polygon line or something.
In our case, it's a route map.
Okay.
So can we now we want to showcase a vehicle is going through this path. So it's possible to get that independent segment information from the route map.
See, you see one thing. We have our own network service, right? You can actually do a routing through that. Okay, do a routing through that. If your customer already has that route map, it's much easier for you because you have your own network. Okay, you have your own route, right? So you can track that actually.
That means we just load a shapefile.
Correct.
And
correct.
You
just load your shapefile. You just should know the location of that vehicle. Like something should communicate to you, right? Through GPS, you have a location. So using that route, you can just communicate. That's it. You don't need to use even our routing service. The route is already there with you, right? Through the shapefile. You can actually there is a tool called extension called Network Analyst comes with that. Okay, which creates all these routes and all that.
We saw some people get to the 3D. So do you support 3D display in web?
Yes. 3D display. There is a web scene that you can publish it as a just you can open it in browser and see 3D.
So we can provide our own data.
Right. You can see that on a browser. You can see that.
So our potential user told that the assets like maybe a waste bin or kind of electric board, all those things can be in a point cloud form.
You can actually, you need the elevation data.
Yeah.
That's it. So you can use that and put it on. You can see your web as well. Very much you can see. There are web scenes. We have some case studies. If you want, I can forward that. Probably where we have built our own NIT University and all. We built the mind room using the published it on the cloud and see it on a web scene. Actually, we call it as a web scene. Web scene, which you can use just there is a URL. Click on the URL, you will see in a browser. Entire 3D. You don't need any plugin. will not want to put any plugin license or something. They just want to live in a browser, right? So that's a website.
Is there any service like feature recognition that means some cases the user want to in the 3D they want to search something?
Absolutely. I mean, you will have the entire legend. What is the feature? I mean, feature classes will be defined. You will see the what represent what feature. If you click on that particular thing, you can pop up and see what is that actually. And if you want to search something, you can search.
Search like electric post, we will say there is no electric post in the system.
Correct.
And the system has to search it with some similarity search. Is it possible?
Yeah. You will have to define your own rule, right? I mean, if that particular feature is not available, okay, it says it is not available. But if you want to say that if it is not available, you search for this feature, right?
Yeah.
So you will have to put your own.
Okay. That means we can.
You can customize
operator inside the system.
Correct.
Oh. So the point is like we are now we are not into the core area. Our core area is not GIS. So we thought like we can show in Google Maps because from the mobile itself Google. So that means this is a good platform for.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you should explore that, see that, and try that. It works fine. But there are lot many. I mean, see how we differentiate from Google is primarily a content provider, right? They are mainly their focus is only maps. They provide maps, and they have an open API, Google API. But we are not a content provider. We are a platform provider. Okay, we provide the engine with all the supporting tools that which are ready available to do all this analysis and all extendable for the enterprise and all. So we also provide the content, right, through our partners. Okay, partner, this is all whatever maps, base maps that comes. That is not ESRI'S proprietary. It's our partners. Like in India, we get the data from here. You would have heard about here, Nokia. So the Nokia maps have been acquired by here. So that data is from here. So like that, we are not a content provider, but we are a platform provider. Yes, we are very strong in our area, like whatever you want to set. There are a lot of out-of-the-box that we provide. Like you can create application like this within. I could show you within 5-10 minutes. I could create an application which nobody can actually create an application and launch it, right? So you can't do that. So that there our strength lies actually. So we are primarily a platform provider.
Okay, that means we can start a conversation on that.
Sure.
Like enrolling in a startup.
Yeah. You can just go to esri.com/startups.
Okay.
See an application and you will see all the details. What I spoke. There will be a lot of information. I just could give you a brief, but there are a lot of things that are available. Probably you can see that.
Okay. Should we do it in that way, or we communicate in email?
No. You should do that. So I would say